And once you become convinced, do you feel annoyed about it?
Oh, I did initially, yeah. I mean, you do. The same as with Apollo. This is one of the biggest problems. What's that famous saying? It's difficult to deceive people, but it's even harder to convince them that they have been deceived.
Yeah.
Because then, of course, their pride's involved.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yes, when you try and broach a subject like this, people start getting angry.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. But you've
yeah. Isn't anybody wondering why?
And just think what an inspiration to the young people in the world. It's really inspiring. This is how inspirational. And what a bargain that we got this mission for. This movie costed you less than $7 per American citizen. And look at the excitement that we have brought and the inspiration that we have brought.
This moment on, the camera will not cut away. There will be one continuous shot until after the explorers disappeared. More importantly, remember, what you're watching at home is exactly the same as if you were here with us today. Cool. Here it goes.
It was there, and then it was totally not there.
Were these people actors or real? And that's generally, I can't tell when you see Americans talking, because they're so used to television and Oprah.
This is really weird.
We're wandering at the edges of us, exploring our universe.
If you could put the universe into a tube, you'd end up with a very long tube.
Gale Crater.
It's the Tillman's Crest.
That rocked. Seriously, is that cool or what?
Woo! I think that this nation is a truly great representation of a corner or a piece of humanity that reaches out and explores and conquers and engineers. We are kind of tool makers, agriculturalists.
Every star has a sister star.
A huge crater near the equator. That rhymes.
If you could put the universe into a tube, you'd end up with a very long tube, probably extending twice the size of the universe.
This is a shaded topographical relief map.
A black hole.
You're in an emotional void. You're in what we call, at work, the dark room.
Okay, we're going to open it up to questions now from the news media.
Adam, tell us about the landing.
All right, Greg. I can't tell you too much about it. I mean, it looks good.
See the little dipster, or I see the big dipster. Every star has a sister star.
Very nominal. Remarkably good. Our navigation error was on the low side of our expectation. We touched down in conditions that were on the more benign side of our nominal expectation. Largely by my good friend Miguel San Martin, who's somewhere out there, I hope. Our powered flight appears to have been excellent. If my good friend Ben Toma is in the house. Is Ben in the house?
I have to ask you, what kind of file type, can you tell us about the image file type and compression that was used to send this very important couple of thumbnails back from Mars?
Yes, unfortunately I absolutely cannot. If Justin Mackey is in the room, or...
Gonna call your daughter Curiosity? A little more than 48 hours ago, you told me you would tell me a secret. Once Curiosity landed. Can I have my secret?
Yeah, what was it?
Leo Enright from Irish television, coordinates
for the landing that go down to something like 5 decimal points. I just wanted to confirm with you that that you do have them, have those sort of coordinates. And am I reading those coordinates correctly when I see that it looks as though you've landed within 500 meters of the skirt around the mountain? That, I mean, you're really very close to the mountain at the closer end in the landing ellipse, and possibly within striking distance of the phyllosilicate trench.
I can't confirm that. My estimate, I'm looking for somebody. Yes, there's somebody in the audience here who has that in the tip of their noggin. We should have soon that estimate.
I may be imagining this, but the one time during the landing the temperature seemed to drop in the room was when Adam asked for OD 278, and they said, no, we only have 277. What was happening, or was it anything of significance?
No. With our simulation tool, based on those updated ODs. And so I had seen that OD at 228 had come up, and I was asking if they had that, because I had it, and they didn't have it over there yet, and they had sort of that.
Yes, Grissom's doubts about the Apollo space program.
Gus Grissom was very doubtful about Apollo. He flew to Downey where the capsule was being assembled and studied it very carefully. He wrote reports about his doubts. On the day that he was burned to death in one of the command capsules, he hung a lemon on the outside of it, giving graphic proof of what he really thought of this piece of mechanism. Grissom actually was, let's say, a rebel among the astronauts. He did not believe that things were going well, and he wrote reports about it. Now, the day after he was burned to death, FBI agents burst into his home, removed all of his records, particularly those pertaining to Apollo, and according to Betty Grissom, his widow, they were never returned.